Hey there, this is Peyton with Profit Daylight, and on this video, I want to talk to you about the image element. So I'm just going to drag an image from my elements panel to my page builder, and we are going to go through some of the properties. So I can choose an image, and after choosing the image, I have image size. I can select thumbnail, medium, medium large, large, and even perhaps extra large. And I can obviously watch or see the changes. I can select preview changes here. It opens up in another page and I can see the size of the image and whichever change that I am doing to that image. So let me just bring it back down to medium and preview the changes again, and there you go, it's on medium. I can also select alignment to the left, to the right, or in the center. Let's say for example you had it set to extra large or full perhaps, and you have it set to your right, you will not necessarily be able to see it well because the image is so big. Just keep that in mind. Let me just go ahead and put it to medium and put it in the center. Other options we have is caption, and we can select a custom caption. Let me just go ahead and do that here. So when I select custom caption, it opens up another option so that I can select a dynamic tag. What I'm going to do here, I'm just going to switch over to another version of Elementor, which is Elementor, the basic version, not the pro version. And I already had a page open up here with an image. So I'm just going to do the same thing on this one, caption, custom caption, and it gives me the option to select a dynamic tag. And what's going to happen here when I select dynamic tags, it's going to tell me that I need to go to the pro version. But basically, dynamic content is an option that you will only get with Elementor Pro, not with Elementor the basic version or the free version. And you can actually select see it in action. And basically, it says build advanced sites with dynamic content. So I'm going to scroll down here so you can see a little bit better what it's all about. As you can see, you have this same image that you had here was on this page, the same dynamic content image, and you can basically create dynamic images, titles, page title, post info. You can create a dynamic product title, site logo, and so on and so on. You can actually watch the video for it here if you don't have the pro version of Elementor. But if you have the pro version of Elementor, then you can come over to this icon and you can select from different things on your site. As I said before, you can have dynamic post, dynamic archive, and so on and so on. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to select an author info, and it populates what I had underneath my author info on my dashboard. So let me just go ahead and go to my dashboard, and under my dashboard I can choose users, all users, and here are the users that I have. If I come into the user that has that information in the bio, I had previously done that. I'm scrolling down here, and as you can see, biographical info is exactly the same. Information that is appearing here. So that is one of the features of this of the pro version. I can remove that and perhaps select another dynamic content under author. I will select author name, and as you can see, my author name is by Peyton, which is the same one that I have right underneath the users. My nickname is by Peyton, so it's a pretty cool feature. You can look it up a little more by going to the dynamic content page inside of Elementor. Now let me just continue to other options here. I have custom caption, and I'm sorry, that was the same option before. Let me just go ahead and select none here. So link. So we have none, media file, and custom URL. So let's select a custom URL. It gives you the ability or the opportunity to enter a URL there. Let me just go ahead and type something. HTTPS. Let me just put CNN.com. And let's see what happens here. Preview changes. And in theory, that image will open up in CNN. If I hover the mouse over the picture, you will see on the lower left corner that it should say CNN.com. Let's see if it happens. So there you go, CNN.com. And if I click on the image now, it takes me to CNN.com. Let me just go ahead and hit the back button here and come back to the page builder. And the other option was media file. So when I select media file, it gives me a Lightbox, and I can turn it on or off. So let me just go ahead and turn it on. Lightbox, yes. What's going to happen when I click or put my mouse over the image is going to open up a Lightbox. I'm going to do it here, and I'm going to do it live as well. Let me just hit preview changes. Brings me over to this other page, and as I click on the image, it brings up a Lightbox from where I can close, or I can share on Facebook, Twitter, or whatever. I can also zoom in or zoom out, and I can go to full screen. And if I select Lightbox no and preview my changes, when I click on it, it gives me the option to zoom in, zoom out. So that is basically what this option Lightbox is for. So we have covered the options underneath content, which was image. There's only one option under content. Now let me just close this out here, and also let me go underneath style, and under style I can change the width. So if I do this, it changes the width. Maybe you can play around with the options here. Let's say, for example, I had image size, thumbnail. See, the image is getting a little distorted now. On the width, I will probably have to remove it so that it will not look distorted. I can just select the number inside this box here and hit the space bar, and it takes it down to the regular or the default value. I'm just go ahead and change this again. Let's put medium, and under style, as you know, you can change the width, or you can put a maximum width if you wish. You can play with those options there. Also, opacity, you can change the opacity of the image, make it a little more dim. You can play with that too. If you don't want it, just select the value inside that little rectangular box and just hit the space bar. And border type, we have already seen this property or option on the for other videos. So let's just go over to advanced, and basically it has the same options that we have seen on other videos. So basically this element, what we have seen here, we have just seen that we can change the size of the element. You can align it to the center, left, or right. Obviously you can do the other things. You can use the other properties here, but we have already seen that in other videos on this channel. And the option for caption, yes, no, or link. And just remember, caption, the custom caption will enable a dynamic content. You only have that option with Elementor Pro. So that's all there is to it. I'll see you on the next one.